This video will review the beautiful program that took my deadlift from less than 385 all the way to 490 pounds once I got back to the gym after lockdowns. The program that I used to raise my deadlift this much is called the Coan-phillipi program. This video, I'm going to explain exactly how the program works, the modifications I would make, and I'm going to give you the advice that I would give my younger self if I wanted to go from 0 all the way to 500 pounds, because I know exactly how to do it. This is a copy of the program here. It's a 10-week long deadlift program. You only deadlift once per week. It's pretty simple. So 1 or 2 or 3 sets heavy, and then the rest are light sets. And at the end, I put my desired max as 420, which means at the end of week 10, I am maxing out at 420 pounds. That's basically the whole program. I didn't follow the program exactly to the T. I made a lot of modifications just because I thought it would work a little bit better. You don't have to do it like that. You can follow the program exactly how it's written, or you could take into account some of my own modifications, which I'm going to share with you now. So the first modification I made was that I added an assistance day, because I thought that once per week deadlifts was just a little bit too little for me. I wanted to do a little bit more movements. So what I did was on Mondays, I did the normal Phillipi Coan deadlift program, because it's once a week, right? And on Thursdays, I did an assistance movement. So that could be anything from Romanian deadlifts to good mornings to snatch grip back extensions. Anything that will supplement the main deadlift, you should do on this day. Just so I don't have to wait a whole ass week before I hit the same muscles again, and because it's going to carry over. So that's the first modification. The next modification that I would make is after the 10-week program, I would do a 1-week deload and then truly do a max out. So let me give you an example so it makes more sense. If I start the program at 400 pounds and I put a desired max of 415, so not that much heavier, I do my 10 weeks, and then at the end of the 10 weeks, I get 415. After that, I do a 1-week deload, and then I really go for broke. Maybe I might get 425 or 435. So in 11 weeks, I went from 400 all the way to 435. And then you could repeat those 11 weeks and go another 30 pounds. So in order to do this, you need to choose your desired max as not that much higher than your current max. Just 15 or 20 pounds higher. Then you can deload and really go hard and see how much you can get. Now we get to the juicy part. I'm going to tell you the advice that I would give myself if I wanted to go from 0 to 500, like if I had to start all over again. Because it took me 5.5 years of deadlifting to go to 490, and if I knew what I knew now, I could probably done it in 3 years, or even less. So here are the tips. So the first thing I would do is I would follow the advice that I give in this video right here, this award-winning deadlift video that I did. It's basically linear periodization. Follow this linear periodization model. I've milked it all the way up till 385. I did 385 for 2 sets of 4 reps, and that's when I couldn't do anymore. I just started plateauing way too much. Follow it until you start to plateau. It might be 385 for 4. It might be higher, it might be lower. And then after you plateau, go straight into the advice from this video. So go from linear periodization to the Coan-phillipi program, and then you can milk that for another year and probably get pretty close to 500. I spun my wheels. I did a lot of different programs, trying my own stuff, and none of it got me as much results as doing those 2 programs. If I did those 2 programs back to back and just ate in a surplus, I could have gotten 500 pounds like 3 years ago, bro. So it's pretty simple. Just follow that advice, and you too will be powerful.